Well, hello there, and welcome to another foundational Pilates routine. And so what I want to do today is work on this idea of building a solid foundation, which means what is foundationally stable on the mat, and bringing in those concepts we used yesterday of breath, back, and pelvis, and how that helps us get more support on the mat. So eventually, when we're standing and doing balance work, we have built this strong foundation on the mat where we're super supported, and we can take that up to a standing position, which we will do either tomorrow or the next day. Okay, so what you're going to need is a ball and some weights. All right, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to take the ball in between our thighs. All right, and just have this sort of feeling of letting yourself go to the mat. Even though you have the ball squeezed, you still can sort of relax the pelvis down into the mat. You're going to take your weights like stakes on the mat. And remember, you don't really want to go above 3 pounds in the weights for this work. When we do more like arm, like strengthening work, we can go heavier, but for these are all about finding the connection of certain joints on different parts of your body. And these are right here going to help you feel the arms on your back. So putting light pressure of your weights into the mat to feel that connection into the back. Feeling your arms anchored. All right, so you got your pelvis anchored and flat, you got your belly, you got your back, and you also have your feet. So as you press the feet and squeeze the ball, I also want you to feel yourself gently dragging your feet to your seat and your seat to your feet. And notice as you reach out of the crown of your head, the whole body is working as one. So let's reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here and just feel your back widen. And feel the weights, how they can make the arms heavy in the back to feel that connection more. And then exhale. Inhale, stretch one arm back and one arm down. Exhale, come back to center. Feel those arms connected to your back. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Really feeling how those arms move on your back. And then just take those arms up, turn the palms to face away. Let's take our elbows wide. And as you reach your elbows wide, they might press down to the mat. Can you feel your back muscles? And then push those arms up from your back. They go wide. Feel that connection, right? And then push into that connection to bring it back up. Now take those elbows wide, and we're going to try to take our forearms towards the floor, and then notice what happens. They may not touch. Mine aren't touching right now. But what happens in the rib area, that connection to your center, does it want to pop up? So there might be some tightness going on there. So we want to just try to press the tops of our hands and forearms towards the floor without letting those ribs pop up, which means that part of your back is popping up. We rotate it and reach it up. Bring it wide, find the connection to your back, find your belly, and then as you rotate open, notice what's going on in your posture. Really trying to keep it the same, not letting any part of that spine pop up. We rotate, we bring it back up. Take it wide, anchor the pelvis, tail is long, feet are anchored, squeezing that ball. One more time. Now stay right here and try to stay where your spine is. Just take those arms long like the letter V. Bring it back in. Rotate. Again, take it down. Stretch it like a V. And bring it down. One more time. Stretch. You can do these standing on a wall as well. It's pretty cool. And bring it here. Turn the palms to face each other and take them back down like stakes in the mat. Get your feet ready for some hip rolls. We're going to roll the hips towards us. Lift up and push that pelvis through the knees as you're up here. Make those stakes press into the mat so you can feel the posture of your upper back. Now, if you push the stakes too much, you start to squeeze the upper back and it changes its shape. It's not as wide, right? So we want a wide back, a wide chest. Start to roll it down, keeping that chest wide, keeping the arms on the back, and then just find that pelvic placement. Yeah, where the pelvis is wide and anchored. So we inhale, fill the back with air. Exhale. Stay here. Inhale, breathe into that upper back. And then exhale, keeping that upper back alignment until we find that pelvic alignment. Inhale, roll the pelvis. The back stays as it is, the upper back. And then we lift that pelvis up on our exhale. As you inhale, finding that upper body posture more, feeling it really stabilize, so that as we roll down, using your waistband to pull the pelvis into place. And we roll and lift. Keep your gaze straight up to the ceiling so we can maintain our neck alignment. We don't want our neck touching the ground. There's space in the back of our neck between the floor and our neck. So if we jam arch into the chest, sometimes our neck can jam into the floor. We don't want that. Good. Is that ball being squeezed? Feel the power of the pelvis. And bring it on down. Beautiful. All right, drop that ball. Take that ball down. And now we're going to squeeze that ball between our ankles. Okay. And we're going to take the weights up. Now our palms are facing forward. All right. And as we reach the arms back, the palms are facing up to the sky. Keeping those arms on our back, we start to lift the arms. We pull. It helps pull the upper body up, right? The arms on the back. We continue to come up. You can either drag the weights on the floor, which is helpful, or we can lift them to shoulder level. Pull back. Squeeze your ball. Ankles and heels stabilize downward. And we pull our body down as we reach the weights back. Inhale, breathe into that upper back as you let the arms come up. So feel the arms on the back, feel the back widen. We breathe into that as it helps us float up. Now I want you to lift your body up and over your thighs. Don't let your pelvis move. Don't let your heels move forward. You're reaching your body up and over those legs. Pull back. Stabilize those heels. Reach through the arches. Remember, you want to let all the air out, right? So as you come up, breathe into the back, arms up. Exhale. Inhale. And then breathe out. 1. Good. So I'm just messing with the breath a little bit so you can feel those connections. Feel free really to breathe any way you'd like. Just make sure you're breathing. Good. And then we just roll it on up through the spine. All right. So taking the left heel on the ball. All right. We're going to drop it down. So the left heel is going to be on that ball to stabilize. Our arms are going to be down like stakes. The other leg comes up. So we're going to circle this leg 5 times, and you're not going to let any other part of your body move. So keep the stakes down, keep the heel down on that ball, and we rotate. 5, 4, 3. Inhale, exhale. Different breath than yesterday. And now we go the other way. Keep that leg on the ball still. And then lower it down. Good. All right. Switch our sides. All right, stabilizing it on the ball, arms stabilized with the weights. And here we go. We lift it up. Inhale, exhale. 4. And then we go 5 the other way. So my hip was just really clicking. So I stabilized more with this like thigh, booty, heel, and the clicking stopped. So you got to stabilize more sometimes when funky things are going on. Good. All right. Back, arms, roll it up. Good. All right. So now I want you to take the ball underneath. We're going to go for our rolling like a ball. Elbows wide like we did before. They stay on your back. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling all those connections. Breath. Belly to the pelvis. Arms on the back. And you can even try to take your elbows to your thighs. Keep your elbows connected to your thighs the entire time. No cheating, right? You can't with the ball and your elbows. Good. All right. Come here. Single leg stretch. Pull, pull. Switch, pull, pull. Just anchor the pelvis. We'll do 3. And then 3 double leggers. Into 3 rotations. Rotate armpit to knee. Good job. And then we just come on up. Awesome. All right. Spine stretch forward. I'm going to use the weights today. Get your heels onto either side of the mat. So now you're really anchoring the heel all the way through to the hips. So hopefully you can feel a little anchored now. Feel how our foundation on the mat is strong. Yeah. All right. So stakes in. Push those stakes in to lift yourself taller. Take an inhale here. Breathe it in. Feel all those connections. And then on your exhale, just walk those weights forward as you lift your body up and over your thighs. And then walk it back. Push those stakes in the mat to feel taller, but your foundation gets deeper into the earth. Inhale. Exhale. And as you walk back, anchor that foundation and see if that helps you get taller. So part of the anchor is those weights as well, as the butt bones, as the heels, as the thighs. Oh yeah, I feel myself leaning back. And dive it forward on your exhale, up and over. Love it. One more. Yeehaw, good job, and shake that out. All right, we got to go one more down on the mat so we find our alignment here. And we're just going to do stakes in the mat, right? Stretch your legs up to the ceiling. Good. And then we push down through and like really feel your alignment and your foundation in the mat. Everything that's in the mat is super anchored and growing deep roots into the earth as we lift those legs up to the sky. But as we lift them to the sky, we are so anchored in the earth, right? So the pelvis doesn't come with it. Reach them away. Anchor and lift. Reach away. Anchor and lift. One more time. Actually, you know what? Let's do one for good luck. Really reach through the heels and arches. Even the heels and arches reach up to the sky on the way back. And then, now you can hug it in. Good job. All right, so we're going to turn it. All right, turn it onto our stomach. We have our weights with us. All right, so let's find our alignment here and stick our weights into the earth. As we kind of do that, you're going to feel your shoulders on your back and you're going to feel your pelvic alignment and feet down. So we are already engaged. It's not a relaxed position right now. Feel yourself like a dart. So come up and hover your nose and feel yourself like a dart. So your back is engaged. And then what you want to try to do is try to hover those weights off the floor and see if you can really make the back work simultaneously with the belly. Reach along through the tail and anchor the feet and push through your knuckles. Right? A lot of work. And then let it go. And come up and just hover. And let it go. And one more time, come up and hover. Let it hover. Now keep that hover as we lift up a little bit more. Come back down with the arms. The arms lift a little bit more. Come back down to that hover. Lift. Lift. Arms are on your back. 3 and 2 and 1 and bring it down. Relax. Good. All right. So now the weights are going to go out to the sides. It's a little bit harder because now our lever is longer, right? So you need more stabilization in your body. Draw your belly in, reach long through the tail. And now we're going to lift the arms. They hover. So the back is working. Our belly is working. Our pelvis is in alignment. Feet are down. Good. And then release. We come up, we hover. Right away, arms on the back. Do you feel that power that you have now, that connection is there? Bring it down. We're not relying on joints. You should feel that foundation of the back and how strong it is. Come up. Good. Now try to lift just a smidge and go back down to that hover. Lift a smidge, come down to that hover. Lift, smidge. All right, now hover. You're going to lift the arms, and that's going to bring the chest up more. Then pull the pinkies a little bit towards one another like your airplane. Come back down and lower and rest. We're going to do that 2 more times. Come up to your hover. Arms lift to help lift the back a little bit more. Pull, wide, down. 1 more. Hover, lift, pull, down. Yes. Come back. Sit it back. Awesome job. Come on up. All right. How you doing? Okay. So now we're going to do some side bends. Okay. And we're going to do it. Last time we did it, we had our knee down. So let's try one of those. And then I'm going to go both feet up after. But you know that you can also keep that knee down. All right. I'm going to tuck in this time too. Okay. So we want our hand and our knee and our foot to be in alignment. This arm, reach it to your ears and then settle it on your back. That stays the entire time like that. And it's his hello pelvic power. Pelvic power. Now I'm here. You're so strong there, right? Lift, arm up. Now just lift your hips up and look down towards the floor. I'll cover here. Yeah. And then you just bring it down. Okay. If you want, you can also do both feet long. So I usually put like 1 foot in front of the other. So it's pelvic power, arm on the back. So we lift up, press into the feet. The feet work just as much as the arms and the belly. Lift the pelvis up, and we bring it down and settle it down. Yeah? All right, we're going to try 1 more. And you can like play with your feet too. That back leg in front of the other is usually what I like, but I like to mess with it a little bit. Good. And bring it down. You can also stack the feet, one on top of the other. I don't really like that as much, but some people really like that. So play with it. This is your body. What feels like you can be the strongest, okay? Foot, knee, hand in the same alignment. All right, shoulder on the back. We lift up, make sure you're feeling good. And then lift your pelvis up to give yourself that side bend. And then we bring it down. So you see how that side bend really comes from the pelvic power? Yeah, hopefully you do. Okay. And again, even when there's no knee down, still pelvic power. You're stepping into the feet. The feet are strong, like you're standing up. You want just as much weight in the feet as the hand. That's what we seem to put too much weight in our hands as we do this when you're not really sure what you're doing. So now that you have all the foundations, think power to the pelvis, right? That takes the bulk. So power to the pelvis, if that were the case, and it takes, then arms and legs automatically get balanced. Lift that pelvis, push into the feet, lower down. Whew. And here we are. Okay, good. How do you feel? All right. Hopefully you feel good. I just want you to give me a little scoop back and a little scoop and up. Okay, so there you have it. Quick little routine just to get yourself woken up with all of those foundational muscles. Now take it into your day and see if you start having ahas with that arm back connection. I'm just like repeating it, right? It's the same thing every time. Arm back, pelvic power, breath. And just so you know, pelvic power includes the abs, I should say. So we do know that abs are like super important in Pilates, right? But when I say pelvic power, your abs have to automatically work because your abs are connected to that pelvis. So make sure you're keeping that waistband, right? The waistband, we did that first week, super important. But I want you to know that how you come to your Pilates practices is how you are kind of showing up for your life. So how we do one thing is how we do most things. Okay, so how is it coming to your mat every day? What is your attitude? How do you feel about having your mat? Are you judging yourself? Are you judging the practice? Are you happy to be on your mat? Are you frustrated? Are you feeling good? Do you wish it was harder or easier? These are all things that I want you to think about, and they're intrinsically coming inside you. So take the mat work and make it work for you. So I'm here to give you tools, right? It's your job to make it be what it needs to in your own life. Because Pilates is a practice, and you practice the way your body needs it, and it will tell you. So you just got to kind of listen to the cues of your body, give it what it needs. Sometimes like some of these routines you might love, and some of them you might not. But if you give yourself what you need in each routine, you're going to get what you need. Okay, it's not going to be about loving the routine so much as giving your body what it needs in each routine. And you can do that by the tools that you now know, and you just give it. You just do it. You know what you need to work on each exercise. And also know, though, if there is an exercise that you don't like or it's not for you, at this point, you got to stand up for yourself and give you what you do need and give yourself an exercise that does work for you. Okay? Don't put it on me that I need to give you what you need. You work that way around and say, okay, this doesn't work for me. I'm going to give myself what I need. Because in life, that's what we need. We need to show up for ourselves. We need to be courageous. We need to be responsible, and we need to back ourselves up and be strong and give ourselves what we need and what comes to us, because ultimately we can't really, we're not in control of some of the outward circumstances, but we are in control of how we feel. So take those things onto your mat practice and give each practice what you need. Again, what did I tell you? I like to blab after these. So hopefully you're getting something out of them. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow on the mat. See ya. To get more out of this challenge, you need to get the Ultimate Pilates Planner. It has everything you need to work from the inside out. So you're going to really work on the mind part of the mind-body connection. You're going to have trackers to keep you consistent and accountable. And my favorite part of this all is you're going to have bonus workouts. So if you don't have time for 20 minutes, you get these quick little 8 to 10 minute workouts to really fit into your day. You're going to get an email in your inbox every day with a journal prompt plus the link to the workout of that day, and maybe some other little goodies for me to keep you inspired and accountable. So head over to balancetothecore.com/transformin4.